Hey guys, Hassi here. Today is the 17th of August, and I am in Indonesia. And it also happens to be Indonesia's Independence Day. So it is 81 years this year. So happy Independence Day to all the Indonesians out there. This morning was I woke up this morning, I set an alarm because they had this big parade at the soccer field near where I am in Ubud, and there were all these. It looked like there were army generals, like police chiefs, people from the ambulance, and I got to see this amazing parade where the school kids basically, they were marching and they had like a band, and it was quite incredible. And just now this afternoon, they were doing, I guess, the same version of that ceremony in the afternoon. So it was really nice to see, and it's great to be here in Indonesia. One of the things I feel a little bit guilty about, I think I've been in Indonesia for like I said, for a month, is that my Bahasa Indonesian skills are not really that great. I have these basics because I have been in Indonesia before. I've been to Bali, I've been to Jakarta. I have also lived in Malaysia for 3 months, and there are some core similarities in your kind of base level vocabulary between Bahasa Malaysia and Bahasa Indonesia. So for the most part, I already know how to say like makasih, thank you, basic things like pagi, good morning, permisi, ask for permission, and also just being able to order something. So if I'm ordering a Coca-Cola, I'll go and say, saya mau Coca-Cola satu, or mau Coca-Cola satu, or minta Coca-Cola satu. And that is how you would say, I want, or I would like a Coca-Cola, and I want one of them. But beyond that, I don't really have a huge vocabulary. And it's one of these things where there have been periods where even that limited vocabulary I had, because I haven't used it in such a long time, is that you do lose those skills. Like language skills are very much use it or lose it. And like I said, I can't really do anything more other than this really, really basic transactional stuff. Even numbers, it's like I go up to three, sometimes I forget four, I can do five. It's but beyond that, again, I struggle with things. And being a guest in Indonesia, and like I always love coming here. I want to be able to communicate to the locals in a language they understand. It's, I often joke to people, especially the locals, who will sometimes say to me, once I go even a little bit outside of a main tourist area, they might say, oh, sorry, mate, they'll apologize to me and say their English is bad. And I say, they shouldn't feel bad. I'm the one in their country. I should make more of an effort to learn their language. And so that's what I'm doing here today. I'm trying to learn Bahasa Indonesia, or as much of it as I can, in 2 hours. That is my goal right now. You can still see there is a little bit of light behind me. It is about 6 o'clock today, and I want to go out and hopefully have a drink for Independence Day. But I said before I go out, let's invest 2 hours into learning Bahasa Indonesia, and then I can go. Now, when I study, I do like to have study snacks. So I've got a few things here. This I actually already started on. It is Silver Queen chocolate. It is the dark chocolate with cashews. It is very good. I've had a few of these while I've been here. I have the Chacha milk chocolate peanuts. Excited for these ones. They're like peanut M&Ms. I have Garuda Kacang Atom, the coated peanuts. And I've got some chippies. So it's the Piattos Sambal Geprek. And of course, we need a drink. So I got this stuff called, it's called Larutang Penyaga Kap Badak. So I don't actually know what that means, but I did Google it. It's this, and this is rasa leci, which is lychee flavor, and it is quite nice. And I'm sure it's got a lot of sugar as well, but it's delicious. And basically, it's like this kind of mineral water with gypsum. And so I think this is quite big in Asian countries, not just in Indonesia. Like beyond that, I think there's like meant to be weird cooling properties. I don't know too much about it, but basically, I've got study snacks, and you'll see on the screen this thing called Warung Ready. And basically, like I said, I felt guilty about not knowing more Bahasa. And I've got 2 weeks left in Indonesia, and I said, you know, one of the things I realized is that even if I can just improve my Bahasa Indonesia, like even if I can speak 2 to 5% of what somebody's vocabulary should be, that is going to increase the value, the pleasure I get when I'm interacting with people. And hopefully it makes them happy as well, knowing that there's a foreigner who's tried a little bit harder to learn their language. So I had some AI credits left over at the end of last month, and I had this idea. Like, I kind of actually wanted to record this video earlier as well, and do this language learning. But I'm in Indonesia working on another project. So I've been like a workaholic for the last month that I've been here. And today's Independence Day, like I said, and it's a public holiday. And I thought, what a better chance to actually use the thing you built, test out Warung Ready. Like, this is a big claim here. 2 hours, then you order in Indonesian. But like, I want to go through this program and learn myself, and then if I find things that can be improved, I want to improve them. And then if somebody else watches this video and they decide to use Warung Ready to learn really basic Bahasa themselves, then they can have better experience than I've had. So basically, the very high level information, this is it's like a completely free web app. You can actually download it. You don't need an internet connection at all. So it's a progressive web application. It works offline, and basically it was really simple. I said, as somebody who's a tourist here, I'm going to a warung, which is a local restaurant, which is also where the name comes from. Warung Ready. Are you ready to go to the warung? I'd be going to a cafe. I might be going to the mini mart, the shops, the supermarket. I'll be on the street asking for directions. And I think really importantly, a big part of the interaction you will have as somebody who's a guest in a country is, often enjoying the local cuisine. And when I actually don't know how to express, other than saying like terima kasih and telling somebody that you had, like maybe rubbing your stomach and like saying in English that was delicious. I'd love to be able to say that in Bahasa Indonesia, in Indonesian. Again, just to make people a bit happier. Now, for context, in Indonesia, there are many languages spoken. Every kind of island and region of Indonesia has its own language and sometimes dialects. Like in the main island, to the further west of us from where I am now in Bali, we have Java, and in Java they speak Bahasa Java, and here they speak Bahasa Bali in Bali. But because there are so many languages here, Bahasa Indonesia, it's like the big unifying language, the national language, but it's the unifying language for all of Indonesia. So that's how everyone communicates. And I always feel bad when I go outside the tourist areas and people apologize to me for not speaking English. So that's what we're here today. We're going to try and see if in 120 minutes I can go improve my Bahasa skills from where they are now. So you can kind of see how this works. Like, if I click something, like this says, takeaway, please.
Bungkus? Yeah.
Bungkus? Yeah. So there's audio that goes with it. You can click things and it will tell you what it is in English. It is also designed to, I guess, it's really designed to, I've realized that I can read something. Like, I've done language courses when I've gone to like Japan, and a similar thing, you lose your language skills. But I remember when I was going to Japan, I did a 20-hour audiobook, and I was in Canada before I flew to Japan. And every morning I would walk to Tim Hortons, I would kind of study Japanese. And so when I was thinking about designing this program, Warung Ready, I said, it has to be short. It has to be like 2 hours, and it just has to it has to be the minimal viable amount of language, even beyond what I know now, but needs to be delivered to somebody in 2 hours. So this is all about practice. You need to utter whole sentences. And this was also important. If I fumble anything, I want repetition. Every time I make a mistake, I want to be prompted to kind of really relearn and enforce it. In terms of the program, there's three main things. There's a foundation mode, and if we like pop that open, we've got a sound gym, like some cheats, calling people things, like core 20, like words that appear in many scenarios and basic greetings. If I come back, we've got money scenarios, which is going to take us through like it's like a warm-up being at the warung, ordering drinks. This might be important, right? You might be at a bar and you want to order more of something. Giving compliments, that is super important for me. And then there's like a cold call scenario where you kind of go and interact with somebody. So I think this one is meant to be much tougher. And then we've also got logistics. So this is numbers and money, being at the supermarket, asking for directions, and things that tourists make mistakes in. And again, a cold call scenario to finish off. So that is fundamentally the course. There's also there's a pocket card of things that might be useful. So you can kind of see here, there's like how to open, how to close, how to order something. And it's all in Indonesian. So it kind of assumes you've learned things. There's a field mission. So if you've kind of got this on your phone, you might actually want to go and greet somebody with pagi, siang, sore before they greet you, right?
Pagi, siang, sore.
There we go. You might want to order and pay for something without using English. You want to answer a few questions and see what the reaction is. So yeah, I think I want to make this as quick as possible. So I'm going to be limited to recording in 30-minute blocks. We've got 18 minutes left in this block, so let us get started. Okay, I always get very nervous about, well, A, learning things on camera, and B, eating in front of everyone. But let's start with foundations. Sound gym. Okay, rule number 1, ch. Cabai. Let's try that.
cabai,
Cabai.
Cukup.
Cukup. Okay. So I've got to allow the microphone. So I think this is quite important as well. As part of this program, you're actually going to have to speak. And now all of this stays on your computer. So cabai, cukup. Now that's going to actually, I'm going to record this one again. Cabai, cukup. Cabai, cukup. So you can see how this works. It won't let me proceed to the next item until I finish this one. So the C is a ch, and so cabai, which is chili, and cukup, which is enough. So E has 2 values. Usually it's a sometimes it's a e. So let's go this one. Terima.
terima,
Terima. So that's thank you. I already know that one. That's basic.
besar,
Besar. So terima. Besar.
besar,
So it's a E or it's a A. So you can kind of see the difference.
sebelah,
Sebelah.
Enak.
Ena. And the K looks silent. I think we get to that.
es,
S.
Boleh.
Boleh.
sore,
Sore.
pedas,
Pedas. Terima, besa, sebelah, ena, es, boleh, sore, pedas. Let me just listen to this one.
pedas,
Pedas. So this one's interesting. You say the S. I made a mistake there. But let's listen back. Terima, besa, sebelah, ena, es, boleh, sore, pedas. Okay, next one. NG is like sink. Sing. I don't know what that means, but let's actually listen to it.
mangga,
Mangga,
Enggak.
enggak. Mangga, enggak. Okay, so it's like a very nasal NG. Mangga, enggak. Okay, so it's like a... Now, the final K is swallowed. The glottal catch, that's a very technical word. So maybe looking back at this, need to kind of improve that. It's not a K sound. So enak is actually enna. Tidak is tidak. Bapak is bapa. Okay.
Enak. Tidak.
bapak,
Enak tidak bapak. Enak tidak bapak. Okay. So I kind of like how this works. It's making me actually say all the words and just get used to saying things before I carry on. Which I guess for a lot of language learners, not a lot of people do, right? It's like you practice last, you spend all this time reading. So R is a light tap.
Berapa?
Berapa?
roti,
Roti. Berapa roti? Berapa roti? Okay, so it's got like the Spanish kind of rolling R. Berapa roti? Okay, pure vowels a, e, u, o. No English gliding. So A is a, e, I is e, u is u, o is o. So satu,
Satu.
satu, which is one. That that I know much. Satu, satu. Okay, I'm actually really enjoying this. I is I. So sampai, au is o.
Sampai.
Sampai,
Kalau.
kalau,
Pakai.
pakai. Sampai, kalau, pakai. Okay, and right now we're not really learning what any of the words mean, we're just learning how to say things. Sampai, kalau, pakai. Okay. So 60 seconds, say every line twice. This is like, it's kind of our summary. Okay, so this is like a big kind of test. So we've got,
enak,
so I'm not going to go through all of these because we've been through them, but there are some new words here, so let's go through this one.
Es teh.
Este, which is iced tea. I know that. I've seen that on signs.
cukup,
Cukup.
Cari.
Cari. See, it's important that the C is a CH. So, and these ones are important as well. This is the NG.
enggak,
Enggak. Okay, so let's try recording. Enak, peda, boleh, sore, este. Terima kasih, sebelah, berapa, sekedit. Cukup, cabai, kari, cari, kacamata. Nak, mangga, tengah, unga. Oh, that's tough.
Uang.
Uang. Uang.
Uang.
Okay, let's listen back to this. And I'm going to try those ones again. Peda, boleh, sore, este. Terima kasih, sebelah, berapa, sekedit. Cukup, cabai, kari, cari. This one is, I realize that one, it's actually sekedit.
sedikit,
Sedikit. So I said that one wrong.
sedikit. Terima kasih.
Sebelah.
Berapa?
Berapa,
Sedikit.
sedikit. Okay, these ones are tough. So,
Enggak.
enggak,
Mangga.
mangga,
Dengan.
dengan,
Uang.
uang,
Tidak.
tidak.
Enak.
Enak,
Bapak.
bapak,
Masak.
masak.
Enggak.
Enggak. So that K is like, it's very silent.
Tidak.
Tidak. Right? And then these ones, it's the I, O. So sampai, kalau. So that
Kalau.
kalau, ow. It's not O, ow. So sampai,
Sampai. Kalau.
kalau,
Pakai.
pakai,
Mau.
mau, which means want. I know that one.
Hijau.
Hijau. I've seen that word, don't know what it means. Okay, so one thing I can see here is that this recording should probably be a bit longer than 12 seconds. So maybe it should be like something like 40 seconds. So realistically, you kind of want to record yourself saying a few of these things. But this is good. I've got a basic understanding of the sounds. So sedikit is one I struggled with. Cari, kacamata.
Cari kacamata.
Okay, see, this one gets confusing. You've got a C and a K. But I think I've got a basic grasp of the sounds and I can move on to the next block. Awesome. So maybe at the end of every block, this is kind of where let's start trying out some of these snacks. I'm going to try a coated peanuts and let's get this one started. Okay. Streets, verbs never change. Okay. So this is one thing I like a lot about both Bahasa Indonesia and Bahasa Melayu, which is what they speak in Malaysia, is that, like I said, I only currently speak very broken Bahasa. But even with broken Bahasa, the reason it's so simple is that the grammatical structures are quite nice. So looking here, the verbs never change. So saya mau is I want, I wanted, I will, I would want. Like, it's not like you're speaking French or English where, even here we can see want, wanted, I will want, I would want. You can say saya mau and it compresses all of that into one. These are very nice. They're good. Okay. So
Saya mau.
saya mau is I want. If I need time,
Sudah.
sudah is already or did. So I know there's a very what we're going to learn now actually.
Sudah makan.
Sudah makan. So I already know what sudah makan means. So sudah means already, and makan means like to eat. So you'll see sometimes on signboards when you're walking around, you'll see the word makanan, which is food, which kind of comes from the word makan, which is to eat or you've eaten. Like there's no tense here, right? It's like I want, I wanted, I will want, I would want. So sudah,
Sudah. Belum.
belum, not yet.
Nanti.
Nanti is later.
Besok.
Besok, tomorrow. Sudah makan.
Sudah makan. Belum.
Belum.
Sudah makan.
So sudah makan, what does it say? It means I've eaten, right? And then if you respond belum, you say not yet. Sudah makan, and then somebody might say belum. Sudah makan, and then somebody might say belum. It's a bit weird. I'm listening to my voice, which one would assume that I've already gotten better at. Let's do the next one. There is no is, am, and are. So is, am, and are. So
Ini enak.
ini enak, which is this is delicious. Okay, so in English we have these kind of like filler words like is, am, are, like I am Australian or this is delicious. Like we don't say this delicious, but clearly in Bahasa Indonesia we can say ini enak.
Ini enak.
Ini enak. So enak is how you say this is delicious. So there, I've already learned what I know. Ini enak. So maybe that's the compliment I give when I'm at a warung. And so I am from Australia is
Saya dari Australia.
saya dari Australia. You see, even the word Australia, you're saying it in the pronunciation that a Indonesian person would say it.
Saya dari Australia.
Saya dari Australia.
Ini enak.
Ini enak. So ini enak is this is delicious. Awesome. Ini enak. Ini enak. Okay, and this is quite good. The fact that like it is forcing me to actually say everything before proceeding, and then listen to myself is again helpful. The describing word goes after the noun backwards from English. It decodes the next half of the menu. So, okay, so these are good things to learn. So,
Nasi goreng.
nasi goreng is okay. Fried rice. So I think nasi, yeah, goreng means fried. That's right. Nasi is rice.
Kopi susu.
Kopi susu, which is milk coffee.
Es teh.
Este. This one, I used to say this wrong all the time. I remember in Malaysia, I once asked for air pegaga because I read A-I-R as air, like air in English. Like that's how we spell air. But in the sound gym that we were just in, I think all the vowels, when it said like the vowels are pure and they stay separate, it's air, air putih.
Air putih.
There we go, which is, and that makes a lot of sense. It means white water, plain water. So I think if you want plain rice as well, you can order nasi putih, which is like plain rice. Sorry, if you want plain rice, right? So nasi putih is plain rice.
Ayam bakar.
Ayam bakar, which is ayam is chicken and bakar is grilled. So nasi goreng means fried rice. Yep. It means it's fried rice. Okay. So like this is a bit confusing. I think the bottom here, so it tells you what it means, but I don't know why it's bringing up like coffee, milk, and iced tea. That might be something I need to fix, but you get the point. Like it tells you what it is up here as well. So 6 real menu items. Tap the Indonesian and then it's English. Okay, so this is like a mix and match thing. Ayam bakar, which is fried chicken. Oh, grilled chicken. Sorry, yeah. Bakar means grill. So and ayam means chicken.
Ayam bakar.
Cool. Mie goreng mie is noodles, goreng is fried, same as the nasi goreng, right? So goreng is the common word. So this is fried
Mie
noodles.
goreng.
Mie goreng. So let's see what happens if I try to click the wrong one. So nasi goreng is the fried rice, but let's try clicking coffee milk. See what happens if it tells me that I'm wrong. Okay, there. See, it's told me it's wrong. Okay, so nasi goreng, I can't actually link it up with coffee milk. That's nice. So nasi goreng, I know it's not going to be suckling pig. It is going to be
Nasi
fried
goreng.
rice. There we go. Yeah, that is very cool. So nasi campur is something that you might enjoy as well. So nasi campur is like a mixed dish. Different parts of Indonesia will have different items, but you almost don't know what you're getting. So you might get like local delicacies as well, but it just means nasi campur means like mixed.
Nasi campur.
There we go. This one, Ubud, not just Ubud, sorry, I should say Bali is very famous for babi guling. So a bit of context about Indonesia. Indonesia is a predominantly Muslim country. But Bali is a Hindu island. Now, once upon a time, there would have been large Hindu empires across a lot of the Indonesian archipelago, and then obviously that changed over time with the introduction of Islam. Bali is one of the few Hindu islands left in Indonesia, so it is one place where you can actually still order pork. So babi guling is a specialty here in Bali. So babi guling is suckling pig. So babi I know means pig. It's actually also an insult. So please do not go around saying that to anybody who is Indonesian.
Babi guling.
Babi guling, right? So it's a Balinese icon. And this one is easy, kopi susu. So kopi is almost like coffee and susu is milk.
Kopi
Cool.
susu.
Awesome. That was really cool. And so we're going to go through the examples. Ayam bakar, mie goreng, nasi campur, babi guling, nasi goreng, kopi susu. So we're going to go through the examples. Ayam bakar, mie goreng, nasi campur, babi guling, nasi goreng, kopi susu. Awesome. Okay. Questions, keep the statement, put the question word at the end. Ooh. Toiletnya di mana? Where's the toilet?
Toiletnya di mana?
So I think the thing you want, put it at the front, and then the question is at the end. So di mana must mean is where.
Ini berapa?
Ini berapa, which is how much is this? Okay. And if you want to say takeaway,
Bungkus.
bungkus, and that actually might be something that's said to you. That makes sense, bungkus, right? So it's that positive intonation. I think we have that in many languages. So you might be asking for the toilet, toiletnya di mana? And you can see that, like, this is the beauty, right? This is a loan word. It looks like it's taken from English, toiletnya di mana? So if you know the word for toilet in English and you need to ask for the toilet,
Toiletnya di mana?
where's the toilet? Toiletnya di mana? So that was super easy. Okay, toiletnya di mana? Okay, nya glued to the noun. Bilnya,
Bilnya? Harganya berapa?
harganya berapa?
Toiletnya di mana?
Toiletnya di mana?
Sambalnya pisah. Iya.
Sambalnya bisa, ya.
Kopinya enak.
Kopinya enak. So I don't know what any of that means, but let's take a guess. Bilnya, which means the bill. I think it means the bill, but like this is not pretty helpful, right? Like, so that probably needs to be fixed.